Hi everyone and welcome to another Boss Girl Budgets. Today we are doing something a little bit different. I've got my cup of tea here and we are going to sit and talk about my goals for 2025. So I feel like this is a hot minute since we have spoken to each other. I have been crazy busy. I've had a little 2-week break over Christmas and New Year's, and now Boss Girl Budgets is back in action. This is a little bit of a different video for me. I do not like my face on camera for a start, which is why you normally just see my hands in the videos, but I thought it was time that we sat down together, had a cup of tea and just had a chat. So there is lots going on in 2025 and I wanted to fill you guys in. So one of the things major that is happening for 2025 is I am closing the candy store that I opened last year. We have been in business for a whole 12 months now. It has been a long 12 months, I can tell you that right now. As much as I love the candy store, I've loved being there. We've had so much fun. My husband and I have had so much fun working together and meeting so many lovely people. But the location that our candy store is in, we are just not happy with. We don't get support from the centre that we're in, and the money that we are making from the candy at the minute is just not viable for the two of us as a double income. So we are leaving that centre. Whether we continue doing candy or not, I am not sure, but I do know that we're closing. We're actually closing in just a couple of weeks, and we're going to try something different. Because of this, we have decided another big change for 2025 is that we will be going on a 6-week holiday way earlier than I anticipated. So we were going to go on holiday at the end of the year. As most of you know, I have been filling up my travel diary, which I do have here. I say diary, I mean my travel cash binder. Oh, that's not even my cash binder. This one, I've got all my binders here. So this one, I've been filling this one up. Let me just get rid of my tea. Oh, can you tell I don't do these videos? Okay, so this is my travel binder. It has got envelopes in for car rental, for flights, for insurance, all that kind of thing, transport. So I have been filling this up, but this is not going to be enough for the vacation. So we're going to talk about that a little bit later as well. So that's two things that are happening this year. So we've got store closing and we've got going on a holiday earlier than anticipated. Another big thing that is going to happen in 2025 is obviously we're going to have to find new income. So I'm not sure what we're going to do next. Boss Girl Budget obviously is always going to be my number one priority. I absolutely adore doing Boss Girl Budgets. It brings me so much joy. I could not give it up for anything. So that is, at the moment, that is going to be my only income. And then I will find something else to do, whether my husband and I start up another business or if we just go and get normal everyday jobs. We haven't quite decided yet, which is why we're going to go on holiday, because we can have a little break, have a little refresh, and then come back and continue on with trying to work out what the next stage is. So basically, going on holiday, we decided to do it now, even though it's not the best time. We just wanted to have a break, and then when we come back, it doesn't matter if we get, say, full-time jobs or anything like that. We won't have to take leave to go on holiday. We won't have to ask permission to go on holiday. We can just do our thing. We can just settle down for a little bit, which brings me to my next big thing that is happening in 2025, and that is we would really, really like to purchase a new home. So that's going to be a huge priority in 2025. So I'll be creating a home binder, and we will start saving for that. I do have a deposit in the bank. My husband and I have a joint account. We've got a house deposit in there, but it is not because of the cost of houses now. When we sold our house, we got quite a decent amount for our house, but we obviously had to pay off our mortgage using that. So whatever's left we have put aside for a deposit, but it is just not enough for us at the minute to purchase a home. So we have been waiting quite a while. So now we're going to really get stuck into it and get that sorted. So I will be creating I will be creating a house binder, and that binder will have things like furniture, appliances, home decor, renovations, insurance, all those kinds of things. And I will go through that with you when I create that one. And then finally, Boss Girl Budgets is going to expand in 2025. I'm really, really, really excited. We have got some new binders coming, which is a whole new range for me, and it's been a scary ride because I had to put a lot of money into doing this, and I never feel ready. I've been wanting to do it for such a long time, but it is such a lot to input in to grow, and I did take the plunge. I'm very scared about it, but I did take the plunge. I have ordered a lot of binders. They're in a style that I really like, and I hope that you will like them as well. But that will be coming, very, very soon. I think near mid-January, end of January, they should be here, just in time before I go on holiday. So let's talk about the holiday and how I'm going to make it work, because I'm sure you're all asking me, because if you've been watching, you know that this is not full and it is not ready for a holiday. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take everything that is in this binder. I think so far there is around about $6,000. Not in here, but I have saved about $6,000 to $7,000. I can't remember the exact amount that is in here, but it is also part of, I don't know if you guys remember, if you've been following me for a long time, you will remember that I started a 10K challenge. That 10K challenge I did not complete. I only got $4,000 in. And then I realized that I needed to stuff my sinking funds more than that one. So we put that to the side for a while. So that $4,000 is sitting in my bank account. I am using that to book the flights to London. We're going to London. I'm going to go see my family. So that's going to cover that part of that. And then what is in here is going to cover the accommodation. So we are going to rent a Airbnb for the 6 weeks. I'm just going to book one Airbnb the entire 6 weeks. We're going to rent a car, and then we're going to do everything else like I did last time. So I will have a certain amount set aside for each week of the holiday, and we can stick to that budget. So that will include like spending money, food money, dining out, activities, petrol, parking fees. All of that will be in a weekly budget. So similar to what I would do in my everyday binder, I will take that out with us, and once it's gone for that week. And then the next week we start again, I'll have another set of money. So say, I don't know, say $1,000. Let's say I have $1,000 set aside for each week. So each week I will have activities money, I'll have spending money, I'll have food money, drinks money, all that kind of thing. Once it's gone, and then next week we'll start again. That is the best way that I could do our last holiday. It really worked for us, so I'm going to do that again. Let me get my tea. So that's probably going to be the best option for us, I think. To cover this holiday, we have decided that we will spend a maximum of $25,000. Now, the $25,000, I know it sounds like a lot, but it is not going to go far. The flights have already cost me $4,000, and that is because I've had to get the flights plus I've paid for our seating preferences. I haven't had to pay for any extra baggage, which is good, and I shouldn't have to. So that's kind of that concept. The 6 weeks of accommodation, that's $6,000. So already we're looking at 10 grand. That's 10 grand gone just like that, which leaves me with the 15 grand for the actual holiday. So that needs to include renting a car, which is going to cost us quite a bit, especially for 6 weeks. It's also going to have to cover the 6 weeks of spending money, and then it will need to pay for our travel insurance, and it will need to cover transport. So normally when we're over there, I know we've got a car, but sometimes it's easier to get into London by train, so we'll use that to get the tickets. And sometimes we go on mini trips for like a weekend or something over to Paris or Amsterdam, somewhere in Europe. So that is also another cost that I'm going to have to factor in. So 25,000 is the budget. Now I've paid for my flights and I've paid for the accommodation. That's all done. So that has been using this money, this money, and it has been using that money that is in my bank. Now the rest of the money is coming from wait for it, is coming from my house deposit. And I know that sounds really bad, but hear me out. So we do have our savings in there. That is for our house deposit. My mum passed away about 10 years ago, so our family home is up for sale now. It's on the market, it's gone. So I do get a percentage of that. It is a very low percentage compared to my siblings, but that's a whole other story. But I do have a percentage, so that will come to me, and then I will obviously just put that straight into that house deposit. So really I'm using that money, but I'm using it in advance because we need to go earlier than planned, and I just think it's going to be so much better if we get it out of the way now, and then when we come back we can focus on the new home, we can focus on what our next stages of income is going to be. You guys might think I'm absolutely bonkers, and I know I'm always raving on about having things paying for it when you've got the money, and that is really important. I would never say otherwise, but this is a unique circumstance where I am very confident that we can make this work, and working for the last year, not being able to see my family, working 7 days a week, like I'm not only tired, but I'm mentally exhausted, and I just need some time to go and see my family. And I think if I jump into another job straight away and I have to ask for permission to go on holiday, I have to wait for myself to have accrue enough leave, I'm just going to wear myself completely out, and I don't want to do that. So we came to this decision together, and I think it's going to be really good for us. I just didn't want you guys to think that I have all this money sitting here, that I can do whatever I want, I can go on holidays and I can go and do this. Like, it's not normal. I have done it quite a bit the last few years, but the first year we did it, I literally saved I saved 15,000 just to go and take my son over to the UK. That was a huge achievement for me, and I put every dollar I could into it. It was really hard work. The second trip we did it when we sold our house. So I did put aside a chunk of money when we did our house to afford another holiday. So I don't just go on holiday all the time. It's not like I'm not rich at all. This is actually going to put us behind, which is really, really scary. I am scared about it because it does mean that all that work we've done is going to go backwards, not forwards. And I always like to go forwards. So this is a scary time for us, but I know that we can make it work. When we come back, we will dig straight into that house. We will go ham and you guys will get to see the journey because I will share it with you all. So when I get my house binder put together, we'll obviously go through it together, we'll look at it together, and you get to see that journey as well. So I'm really excited about that. And then Boss Girl Budgets. Let's talk about Boss Girl Budgets, because I do want to say a huge thank you to all of my followers. Even if you're not purchasing from my store, just thank you for being here, because I love our chats. I love listening to your stories. I love hearing your feedback. I love giving you feedback. It has been, the other day it was my 3rd birthday for Boss Girl Budgets. I didn't realize that Boss Girl Budgets had been around for so long. It always blows me away every year. But Boss Girl Budgets has been around for 3 years now, and I could not have done it without you guys. I am super, super, super excited, and Boss Girl Budgets is finally growing, and I love it. This January, I mean, we're already on like day 7. Is it the 7th? I think it's the 7th. We're on like day 7, and I've had so many orders, and I feel like you guys are really getting ready for a smashing 2025, and I am so pumped for you all. I love seeing your journey, so please, whenever you want to, share it with me, because I love seeing it. But we are going to go crazy with Boss Girl Budgets, and I hope that you are all ready to see a lot more from me, because now that I don't have the 7-day-a-week job, I will be putting more effort into Boss Girl Budgets. We will have more videos, we will have more Instagram posts, all of that. It's going to be really fun. I'm really excited. So do let me know down below what kind of stuff you want to see in 2025, because I always talk about this. I always want to know what you're into and what you want to see, what kind of budgeting advice you want. Like, do you just excuse me, do you just want to see me cash stuffing, or do you want to see bits of my life? Do you want to have more chats with me? I don't know what is in my throat. Hang on a second. I think I got it. Something was stuck in there. I don't know what it was. But what were we talking about? Yes, so Boss Girl Budgets. Please let me know what you want to see from me, because I never know what to post. I never know what you want to see. I just wing it. But I'd love to know what you want, because that's what I want to make 2025 about. I want to make it all about you. I want you to get the most out of these videos, get the most out of my products, especially because the products, I mean, I use my products and I find them really helpful. I'm able to plan and organize so many factors of my life. I do have a lot of binders, but they really, really do help. And I would not be where I am today without those binders, because I did start this journey just like all of you. I just saw someone doing it on YouTube, and I read about it, and I did a bit of research about it, and then I just decided to take the plunge and just do it. And I went from having absolutely nothing, having a few cents in my bank account, to having thousands in my bank account, and growing and starting a business and going on holidays. And I was in debt, so I've not been in debt for years. I've not gone, and I don't have credit cards. Like, everything's gone. I feel like financial freedom wise, that's what I feel like. I feel like I have become financially free because of this system. And I hope that if you are watching this because you're thinking about doing that, I really hope that you do give it a go, because it really has changed my life. And that is why I make these products. That's why I do these videos. That's why I share my journey, because I want other people to do it. And if you need help, this is the place to be, because I'm always happy to assist you guys and give you advice if I can. I don't know everything. I don't have all the answers, but I can share my thoughts with you. And yes, I'm getting a bit blah, blah, blah right now. So I just wanted to share that with you. I hope that you got something out of today's video. I hope that you're excited for 2025 as much as I am. And I hope that we see a lot more of each other in 2025. So thank you for listening. I think I've covered everything. I mean, there's not a lot to say just yet. If you want to see a bit more of the travel side of it as well, I will try and do a few more like vlogs and things about my spending while we're on holiday. So if you want to see that, stick around because there's going to be lots of fun. And then obviously I will share when we come back and I work out some sort of income. We'll talk about that as well and how I'm going to achieve that. So, oh, also, by the way, just a little thing before I leave. There is going to be 6 weeks of holiday, which means 6 weeks of no income, which means, I don't know if I said this already, but it does mean that these sinking funds are not going to get stuffed. And that is another scary prospect because that means that there's 6 weeks of wastage in my binders. And that does make me really, really sad. But it's okay. It's just on pause. It's not forever. 6 weeks, we'll be back. We'll be in action and we'll get them back to where they need to be. It's going to be a scary year, but it's going to be a fun year. Thank you again for watching. If you've stuck around this long, I really, really do appreciate you. And I will see you guys next week or even in a few days, maybe for another video, possibly a cash stuffing. Fingers crossed. Bye guys. I hope you have a lovely week.